Okay, so we're going to be looking at a couple more anterior shoulder stability or force steadiness exercises. We should only really be moving on to this if we've already worked through our wall-based progressions, making sure that we can accept load to the whole anterior of the shoulder and that we've got the humeral stability through the rotator cuff required to actually get ourselves moving or increasing the load. So we're just going to use a bench. I'm sure you've seen stuff like this before. The weight this time, as opposed to being through the fingers, is through the heel of the hand. And all I'm doing is just making sure that I can support my weight. Now I'm not protracted with my shoulders forward. I'm not totally retracted. I'm just finding neutral and I'm trying to push my shoulders down towards my hips so they're not up in my ears. And I'm just going to hold. I'm going to start with weight transfers from right to left. And what you should hopefully notice is that as I move to the left, my left humerus goes into horizontal adduction, creating compression here at the ACJ, but also my rotator cuff is required to lengthen as it contracts to stabilize the humeral head. When I shift to the right, yes, my load is now going through my right hand, but I've just created the opposite effect on the left. I've gone into horizontal abduction, decompressed the ACJ and shortened through the rotator cuff. Let's just go from side to side. Now you can use this with a blood flow restriction cuff as well, just to increase the intensity if we're not quite ready to load horizontally or overhead. Or we can even start to just dip down and bring ourselves back. Change hands, little bit of rotation and back. Little bit of rotation and back. Be conscious that your shoulders are going to want to lift up to your ears. Let's try and keep the shoulders down towards the hip. Press the heel of the hand and back we go. And all we're going to do is we're going to see if we can really work as deep into that rotation as possible before we press out. We've also got the opposite of that, where we're trying to create more space, where we're opening up. Let's not underestimate just how important it is to bridge the gap from the wall to the floor. We want to make sure that we've got the stability through the shoulder and the load tolerance through the shoulder to manage this movement on the bench first, before we then move on to the floor.